Thank you. So how are you, Univera? How are you? So are you all experiencing magic of Univera this week? I am too. It's been just wonderful to experience this wonderful magic of Univera with like-minded, like-hearted, beautiful people sitting here tonight with us that shares the same vision and mission of bring the best of nature to humankind. And I'd like to thank you from bottom of my heart to be here with you tonight. Thank you. This year, we are celebrating 40th anniversary of Econet. And I am personally celebrating 30 years with Econet myself. So, thank you. Remind you, I started when I was 15. And I'd just like to briefly share my own perspective and our significance of our first 40 years of history. And I should start out with farming. We started out with 1 acre of land of aloe vera field back in Korea under greenhouse, which saved my father's life. So that's how it began, and that 1 acre of farm has become more than 10,000 acres of farmland around the world and expanding. This year alone, we have acquired 150 acres in Hainan Island again to accommodate need in China. And I'm happy to report to you that sometime this month, our team will go down to Yucatan near Cancun to make another acquisition of large acreage to build a second plantation in Mexico. Nice to have a little farm down in Cancun, right? I shared with you, some of you were here last year, a picture of red worm. Remember that? Yeah. So during the meeting this week, I was reported on a number of worms that we have. We now have 2.4 million red worms producing organic fertilizer for all of our farms. And also, another interesting project, this is like a reporting back to you every year, that we have a very, very exciting project going in our Russian farm. And I call it an experimental farm with non-profit farming operation. That in the region where we have our Russian farm, there's no dairy farm. And surrounding area, we have about 120,000 population, which doesn't have a fresh milk. And then we are adjacent to right next to North Korea, where children do not usually get sufficient milk. So we started out a totally organic dairy farm, not for profit operation. So we just started 100 heads dairy farm to be expanded out to 500 heads in next 3 years to supply nearby population. So hopefully someday we can make a powder milk so that we can supplement starvation that happens in North America. And that's our way of contributing our 40 years of farming experience, not only for business, but also for the society in general. I'd like to take a brief moment because I cannot finish explaining to you about our 40 years of farming operation without mentioning this gentleman. Early days, I was still 20s when we cultivate our first Mexican farm down in Tampico, Mexico. And usually I walk up about 4 o'clock in the morning, and it is 300-mile drive So it takes about 5-6 hours to get down to Mexico, and then work there for all day, and coming back the same day because the business was in the initial stage, so requires every bit of time that is required to operate. So I did that almost about a year, a weekly trip down to Mexico. And in that endeavor, there was this gentleman who was with me every trip. And this gentleman not only helped me build Mexico farm, but also you probably heard about our story of freeze, flood, and whatever things the bad things happened in the farm. This gentleman was there with me. And also, in the early days of Univera USA, it was aloe vera operation who pretty much financed our initial startup. We manufacture a lot of aloe vera, and we sell a lot of them, and we made profit, and every penny of the profit that we made out of aloe vera operation went to build Univera Foundation in early days. And that gentleman's name is Mr. Jerry Pilgrim. And he retired from the company about 10 years ago, and even after retirement, stayed very close to the company as a friend. I don't know how many people went down to Hilltop Gardens with me honoring Yonho Lee Award winners. Raise your hand. Remember those prime rib and sinful steak? That's a tradition also this Mr. Jerry Pilgrim started. And legend in Econet and Univera, a significant contributor for our history, and unfortunately passed away early this month. So I want to take this moment and have a little moment of silence to honor Mr. Jerry Pilgrim, the strong supporter to Univera and Econet. Well, Jerry, you will be missed, and thank you for your contribution. The research and development has been a big part of Econet history for the last 40 years. We spent many, many $millions and many efforts and blood and sweat to support our research and development. And it has provided those critical technologies that bring wonderful products for Univera with a cutting-edge technology, but also has provided some selected multinationals, health and beauty and pharmaceutical, to bring the wonderful products to global citizens. And those research efforts has been a pivotal part of our history. And in celebration of our 40-year history, we have funded a significant amount of money the last few years to learn more about power of aloe. Now, is Stephen in the audience? So if I make a mistake, help me out here, okay? So, new findings in aloe vera research celebrating our 40th anniversary just published. And what it does is, you know all about probiotic, right? Yes. It's very difficult to act scientist here, but help me out here a little bit. Probiotic is provide what do you call, Steve, what do you call this? Providing, yeah, very important bacteria in the gut, right? Okay, all right. But what I understand is we already have those beneficial bacteria in us. And if you put a foreign bacteria in it, it stays there for a while, but it goes away because it's not within our flora to have those type of bacteria. So it is very important to grow and cultivate and nurture the bacteria that is already inside of us. So that's called prebiotic. So there are a lot more research coming out that importance of prebiotic over probiotics. Make sense so far? Thank you. So last 3 years of research shows that one of the best prebiotic there is aloe vera. The polysaccharide that aloe vera contained provide one of the best prebiotic environment in a gut so that it really helps preserving those critical bacteria that provides ultimate gut health for all of us. And moreover, I didn't know, maybe Stephen did, 70 to 80% of immune cells are generated by gut health. Is that true, Stephen? And it is aloe vera which stimulates those immune cell generation by the gut more than any substance that we know of as of today. So how did I do, Stephen? Did I do pretty good? I'm not taking your job, but... So, with those wonderful science in mind, with manufacturing facility that we have around the world, I'd like to ask you that do we have wonderful products? Now, have you had your aloe this morning? Yes. You have? You sure? Yes. But let me tell you this. There are a lot of aloe vera products in the world. But let me tell you, you don't have to drink Univera Aloe Select. You really don't have to. There are so many aloe products around the world. If you go to supermarket, there are aloe vera. Online aloe vera, you really don't have to take Univera aloe vera. But as a friend, let me give you advice. Before you make selection, ask 4 questions. First question, is this aloe vera grown by your own corporation? Do you have your own farm? Number 1 question. Number 2, does your products have more than 200 patents? Number 3, do you manufacture your own aloe vera products? Lastly, do you have distribution with heart? So there's only one company who can say yes to all those 4 questions. What are that name of the company? Univera. What is it? So you don't have to drink Univera Aloe Select, as long as you find a product that can answer those 4 questions. Remember? I'm quite proud of our farming, manufacturing, and research and development that we pour our heart into for the last 40 years to be able to provide and share this wonderful health and beauty with this world. And for that to be possible, it was you who made significant contribution to make this all possible. So thank you. So I own more than 10,000 acres of farmland. I own a lot of research lab. I own company does hundreds of millions of dollars. So I'm pretty rich guy. So let me take this opportunity to brag about myself. Okay? So do you see this watch? Gold watch. Looks very expensive, isn't it? Al, what do you think? It's gold. So these are one jewelry that I cherish the most. This watch is from my son Bill Jr. from Disneyland, $10.99. Plastic. I've been wearing it for the last 2 years. But I wear this with pride, and with the same amount of pride, I wear this band. This is my second jewelry. So I've been wearing this for the last 10 years, ever since we started working with Vitamin Angels. And every time I drink aloe vera in the morning, I watch it, and I take pride in what I do and what we do. We're not just manufacturing and selling best health food in the world, but also we're providing life to so many people around the world. And I take pride in it. So this is my second jewelry. And I was there in Vitamin Angel office this week, and they proudly told me that over the years, you, the people sitting here today, you have provided critical vitamin to more than 3.2 million children around the world as of today, and number is growing. So thank you very much. So, 40 years and 30 years of my life, my heart poured into this company. And so I spent a lot of time this year to ask this question to myself. I asked myself, Bill, are you content? I asked myself, Bill, are you content? Are you content with being the largest aloe vera grower in the world? And I asked myself, Bill, are you content with this wonderful research and development we all did to have the most extensive plant library in the world? Bill, are you content with beautiful Univera community that we have built together? Although I am so proud and thankful for what has happened in the last 40 years, I'm not content yet. Because the vision that we shared is to bring the best of nature to all mankind. So until that happens, I'm not content. Thank you. So, let me ask you the same question. Are you content? No. Are you content with the number of people that you are sharing Univera vision and products together? No. Are you content with the size of your business? No. Are you content with the dream that you have been realizing with Univera? If answer is no, shall we take this very moment to determine, to map our future course of action to upward and onward for our future? Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. And for that, I will do my utmost best to help you realize those vision and dream that you have, because I am Univera. Thank you.